Hi friends, welcome or hopefully welcome back. My name is Angela. Today, I had this idea. So I'm fairly new to booktube. I probably discovered it like a year ago. And I've noticed like throughout that time that there's some terms that like these booktubers use often and I did not know what they meant. So I started making like a list of just words that they would use and I'm like, what does those mean? Some of them I just heard and maybe I did know what it meant, and others I'm like, oh, what the heck does that mean? So, please forgive me. I am sick again. Yeah, so that's what's going on here. But moving on. For today's video, I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to kind of talk about those booktube terms or bookish terms and just kind of go over them and what their meaning is. So I kind of did something like this in the past where I went over like book genres. So this is kind of like the same idea. I'm probably missing like a whole bunch of terms on this list. So if there's like a term that you often see in booktube and you don't see it on this list, go ahead and leave it in the comments because I'm super interested to see all these different terms and on these different channels that these booktubers use. So let's get right into it. So I made like a little list in my journal that I use for everything. So the first one I have on here is trope. You guys, I used to hear this word so often. I'm like, what the heck does trope mean? Is that bad that I didn't know what that meant? Probably, but whatever, it's fine. Trope. Okay, so a trope, I now realize, I put in my notes, is it refers to a figures of speech, puns, and metaphors. That's what it says in the dictionary, or basically Google. But a trope is like something, like for an example, you know, there's the ex-best friend to lovers trope. You know, it's like an idea. So basically it is kind of like the same thing that you see often, that's used often. It's like an idea. It's like a way to describe the idea, you know, for certain books. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. Another trope would be like enemies to lovers or childhood friends to lovers. I'm using like all romance, but you get the idea, hopefully. Okay, so that was the first one, trope. Second, discord. So I would see people talk about their Discord. I'm going to leave the Discord below. And I'm like, what is a Discord? How do I get one? And like, someone explain this to me. Anyways, I looked it up. It's an app. It's a communications app. So some people will say like, I posted my Discord below. It's like an app that they use to talk to some of their followers or subscribers. I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Okay, this one. I heard this one a bunch. ARC. Oh, please send me the ARC. I'm like, what the heck? You know, all of these, okay, not all of them, but like a good bit of them, I'm like, does this mean? Did everybody kind of know what ARC meant? And it was just me? Probably not. There's got to be somebody out there who didn't know what ARC meant. So when they say like, send me the ARC, it's short for advanced reader copy. So it's like when an author or a publisher will send the ARC to like a booktuber, like a well-known booktuber who always rates the books in advance so that they could read it beforehand, like before the release date. Okay, these are getting more into like, I feel like these are more common terms. People might know a lot of these. Okay, so plot, like plan or main story. So like the general plot of the story is blah, 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 blah. You get the idea? Yeah, that one's easy. The next one I have on here is the synopsis. And sometimes I was like confused because like these could be interchangeable. I feel like some of these like plot, synopsis, epilogue, premise. So those are the next four on my list. So a plot is like a plan or main story. Synopsis is like a summary. So like the whole book summarized. An epilogue. Okay, epilogue is different. I misspoke. An epilogue is the conclusion to what happened and it's at the end. Does that make sense? It's kind of shorter. The epilogue. It's the conclusion to the story. It's normally short. Some people don't like them. I myself feel like they're not necessary, but I always read them. And then premise. So the premise of the book is the main idea. That's what my notes say. So it must be true. Okay, next, banter. So this is another one I wasn't sure about it. It's like the playful, friendly exchange between the characters. So like their banter. Backlist. So this one, another one, wasn't sure. The backlist. It's the publisher's older books still in print. So like say, like Emily Henry has like a very long backlist. I only know of like a few of the books, but I'm sure there's a ton. This one, MC and FMC. You would think these are like really obvious, but male character, no. So FMC and MMC. These are obvious maybe to some, but not to me. So female main character and male main character. Is that those acronyms stand for? Okay, this one, slow burn. A lot of people probably get this one. It's a relationship developing slower. Like, it doesn't happen until the very end of the book. So slow burn, very, very end of the book. You're going to be reading a lot of, like, the relationship development majority of the book before you get to, like, the actual romance. I enjoy slow burn. Next is, why am I embarrassed to say this? Smut. So, like, erotic, explicit themes, sexual content. That's what smut is. I enjoy reading smut every once in a while. Like, who doesn't? I don't know. I enjoy it. If a book is like too much smut and it's just like constant, I don't like that. I like it just here and there, little glimpses. Anyways, moving on. The third act breakup. This is something I heard. It's kind of self-explanatory, but like you hear it a lot on BookTube, or like I do at least. So it's a significant rupture or separation, and it's normally towards the end of the book for the dramatic effect, like the couple's been doing really, really good, and then boom, they're broken up and everyone's devastated, and now they got to find their way back together. So third act breakup. Okay, the last one on my list is subgenre. So like a subcategory. Like an example of this would be like crime fiction. That's what my notes say. And then detective fiction. Does that make sense? Like a subgenre. So like young adult fantasy, I hope, because that's what I'm saying. It's a subgenre of the genre itself. Like young adult is a genre. You can have romance in, what I'm saying? Or would it be romance and then, no, I'm just confusing myself at this point. Subgenre is like a main genre and then a different, you can have different genres within that genre. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, you guys, that's literally all the ones that I had in my notes. I thought I had like 50, but that was like 10. Anywho, I'm having a hard time breathing over here. My nose is all plugged up. It's just a mess. I've been sick. My son was sick. My husband's sick. But now I'm so excited. I can cuddle up into bed and I'm finishing up Mist and Fury right now. I'm super surprised actually that I didn't fly through this, but now I'm starting to. I'm getting into like the juicy parts of the book. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. I know I'm not gonna finish this tonight, but at least maybe 100 pages or so because I'm in a really good part of the book. But yeah, I'm about to get all cuddly, comfy. My son and my husband went, on a trip with his side of the family, and I couldn't go because I had to work. But anyways, this was fun. Hopefully, oh god, there's a bug in here. Hopefully, this helps some people understand some of these terms. If you do know of some terms that like I didn't say, which I'm sure there's a bunch, please leave them in the comments so I can either look them up or now understand the meaning. Anyways, you guys, I will see you next week, and thanks for watching. Bye.